This is Jody Roundhouse making a surprise appearance. Uh, this is legit. Alright. It is I gotta date this because I don't know what's going on. They may have already done it. Today is February 11th, Friday, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to say that again. Friday, March 11th, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I do that because this may have already happened. Alright, so there's been some talk recently, and I haven't been following this very closely. I've been busy doing other things. So, we were like, okay, the Russians may use chemical weapons, and that's a bunch of BS, and that flirted through the media system. And then all of a sudden, Putin, who has his military offensive is stalled out, he's getting bogged down, the Ukrainians are fighting pretty well. Putin says, no, we're not going to use chemical weapons. You guys are going to use chemical weapons. And then I just heard here a report that Russian soldiers are now dressing in hazmat suits. This is why what's so disturbing about this is it's not for chemical warfare. It's for tactical, low-yield nuclear weapons, something that Russia possesses, and I hope we do, but we don't have them deployed. No one's supposed to have them technically. Russia does, China does. Trump was going to get some for us, and you saw what happened there. I hope we have them, just in case. But anyhow, tactical low-yield nuclear weapons, you can make them so small that, let's say the war goes on, he's bogged down for another week or two, but they're already wearing these freaking suits, and they're hot. But they're in Ukraine, and it's winter, so maybe it's cool. No pun intended. Alright, so they're wearing these freaking suits. And I would think that would only be like, you would only wear them if it's going to be like in the next few days. But maybe a month from now, maybe the next few days, maybe now, or a month from now, when things really stall out, when they try to go into Kiev, it'd be like the last scene of Saving Private Ryan. All the rubble. You don't want to fight through that crap. Perfect for ambushes and stuff. Anyhow, a low-yield tactical nuclear weapon can be detonated, let's say in some small prairie in Ukraine. Nobody around. Low yield, it destroys a 5-mile radius of territory. Nobody's hurt. There's a little bit of fallout. And who's prepared? The Russians. Under the pretext of, we're wearing these suits because we're afraid you're going to use chemical weapons on us. Like this is World War I. And that's the pretext. So when they do it, those guys are already going to be freaking hazmated up. Meanwhile, we're going to get caught. We're going to get caught flat-footed. And the whole idea is in English. It's called escalate to de-escalate. In Russian, it's called escalate to win. Basically, if you show, even if it's a small nuclear weapon, like a 5-mile radius, if you show that you will use nuclear weapons, regardless of how big, you have the intent to use them, that freaks everybody out, especially us in the West who don't have them, which is a bunch of BS. We gotta have what our enemies have, shoot. So, we don't have that capability. We can't detonate a small one somewhere in Ukraine. Make them a freak. Oh, we can do it on Chernobyl. Oh, gosh. Anyhow, I mean, if they destroy a patch of forest, everyone in the West is going to be like, WTF, this guy's ready to use nukes. Just the idea of using nukes is so abhorrent to the Western world that we would capitulate immediately. We'd probably be like Biden would probably give President Putin Ukraine, Europe, direct control of NATO, the United States, and the United States holdings, and government. He will control the United States. That's what Biden will do. Anyhow, Tactical nuclear weapons. I don't think he's going to have them suited up for like a month or two. I think that if it's going to happen and they're all suited up, it's probably going to be like within a few days. I don't know. Maybe this is a bunch of BS. Maybe they're not in hazmat suits. I haven't double checked the sources, but I'm calling it. Tactical nuke. The Russians, freaking Putin.